Big Ten Commissioner Tony Petitti makes it perfectly clear the Big Ten has no interest in going back to divisions. Welcome to episode 305 of College Football's Peek Around the Corner with your host, Greg Pflugar. We cover everything in college football because we love everything in college football. And if you do as well, please subscribe to our ever-growing channel. Smash that like button if you like our content. Share the video with your family and friends. Nicole Auerbach, The Athletic, interview Tony Petitti. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into it. We will provide a link in the description. You can read the whole article, Tony Petitti's 18-team Big Ten. Why divisions don't really work in the college football playoff format. Thoughts. This is a great article. Please read the whole thing. Rosemont, Illinois. When the Big Ten grows to 18 members next summer, it will do so without bringing back football divisions. The league will use the same Flex Protect Plus model it created for the football scheduling after adding USC and UCLA and simply adjusted to incorporate new members Oregon and Washington. Big Ten Commissioner Tony Petitti told The Athletic the divisions don't really work for multiple reasons. They're very difficult to balance because they have to be large, Petitti said. And secondly, if you're playing 9 conference games and you're breaking up into divisions, you're playing so much against your own division that you're not really crossing over. The inability to see other teams and really connect the conference is not ideal. So there is a competitive aspect to it, but there's also a practicality. We want our members to see each other as frequently as we can and make it happen. The system that we have does that. Divisions would make that way more complicated. The Big Ten added 2 schools from the Pacific Northwest on August 4th, a move that was followed hours later by the Big 12 adding Arizona, Arizona State, and Utah. By the end of the night, the Pac-12 was on life support. It was a stunning and history-making day in the long history of college athletics. Just 9 days earlier, Petitti has stood on the podium at the Big Ten Football Media Days and said he was not focused on further conference expansion, but rather on the integration of USC and UCLA. He reiterated that the Big Ten presidents and chancellors had been clear in their direction to do just that. Asked this week what changed between the comment and the decision to add Oregon and Washington, Petitti pointed to Colorado's departure from the Pac-12, a move that became official that evening after his media days appearance. The Colorado move to the Big 12 increased some inbound conversations, Petitti said. We then spent time talking about that with a group of our presidents, then involved the full group of presidents and the athletic directors just to sort of pursue what a structure would look like and to discuss whether it was a real interest from Oregon and Washington. Those conversations all took place earlier during the week. What obviously changed was just the circumstances around it. It created a different time frame. Remember that it created a different time frame. We at Peek Around the Corner, we said for over a year that Oregon and Washington would be joining the Big Ten either 5 months from now or 5 years from now. It happened to be within the 5 months. It happened to be within a very short near-term expansion of the Big Ten because there was always strong interest. The Big Ten's always had strong interest in Oregon and Washington, even on the day when USC and UCLA joined the Big Ten, June 30th, 2022. The Big Ten leadership first checked off the academic part of the evaluation. Oregon and Washington are members of the prestigious Association of American Universities, AAU. Then the groups evaluated the strength and breadth of the athletic programs offered by each school, and specifically the strength of football. Adding the 2 schools had been explored by the conference many months prior, so the decision makers knew what they needed to know. All those boxes were getting checked relatively quickly, Petitti said. Petitti said he did not get much sleep Thursday night into Friday, August 4th. All week he had been in constant communication with the 2 schools and everyone within the Big Ten who needed to be involved for processes of approval, as well as the network partners who would need to help finance any additions. The Big Ten did not have a pro rata clause written into the media rights contracts in which additional money was automatically kicked in for additional schools. Oregon and Washington would enter the Big Ten as partial share members with an average annual revenue in the low to mid 30 millions, according to multiple league sources. At one point, Fox upped the amount it was willing to pay at Petitti's request, a source familiar with negotiations said. So, that was the ongoing, the whole week, and then it really accelerated when the interest became real to the point where we had to have something concrete to say, hey, they really do want to come here, and this is the path, Petitti said. Then we needed to go to our membership and make sure that this was the right thing to do, and we communicated that. All of this was going on late Thursday night into Friday morning, August 4th. With Oregon and Washington administrators on the West Coast, conversations went deep into the night. Washington's athletic director, Jen Cohen, now at USC, and Oregon athletic director, Rob Mullins, were in constant communication, Petitti said. After a chaotic morning, which multiple Big Ten sources told the Athletic they doubted they were going to get the two schools, Oregon and Washington informed the Pac-12 just ahead of its scheduled Friday morning meeting that they were joining the Big Ten. The league officially announced the news within hours. Recent conference realignment has also called into question the right format for the 12-team college football playoff, specifically the appropriate balance between automatically qualifying conference champions and at-large teams. In the wake of the Pac-12's implosion, most of the FBS commissioners who have spoken publicly about the potential changes to the format said they support a slight adjustment. A slight adjustment, going from a 6+6 model to a 5+7 model. Recent history indicates the two leagues that would benefit most from the increased at-large access, going from 6 at-large to 7 at-large teams, would be the SEC and the Big Ten. The SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey has called for the format to be revisited for this reason. And Petitti said this week that it is the commissioner's responsibility to evaluate the system after a significant change, such as the potential dissolution of a power conference, be that Pac-12. We want to make sure that the system provides the best access for the Big Ten teams, and we have a very deep league that can compete nationally across many members in any given year, Petitti said. I focus on the access to make sure that we have the right system to guarantee our teams the opportunity to play for a national championship. Overall, Petitti is excited for the new additions and believes the quality of the athletic programs joining the Big Ten are going to be a huge boon for the conference. He believes it will give the league a better chance to compete for and win national championships in all of its sports. And expansion will give the Big Ten a really strong footprint. And finally, asked whether the Big Ten is still looking at further expansion, still looking at expanding further. Here is the PATC money shot of the article. Petitti said he believes his conference is in a good place. We're extremely happy where we are. So Tony Petitti was asked the question, the Big Ten, is the Big Ten still looking at expanding further? Tony Petitti did not deny, he did not confirm, he just said we're in a very good place, we're happy to be where we are with our 18 members. But again, he did not deny. Here at Peek Around the Corner, as we try to give you the most accurate peek around the corner we can possibly can, the Big Ten is looking at further expansion. When and if the ACC schools become available, when they be able to disentangle themselves legally from the grant of rights, then the Big Ten will expand even more, going to at least a 20-team conference. The Big Ten, not looking at breaking into divisions, not for football. Not for football. That's what Tony Petitti said. In an 18-member conference, no divisions. If it grows to a 20-team conference, probably no divisions. Put down your comments and thoughts in the comments section below the video. Do you agree with Tony Petitti not going to no divisions at this point? And how about if they go to a 20-team conference? No divisions at this point? Put down your thoughts and stick with us here at Peek Around the Corner as we continue to follow all the amazing storylines going on in college football during the 2023 football season. Until next time, from all of us at PATC to all of you, please, you all take great care of each other. Thank you so very much.